What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. It is recap and predictions time for the Super Rugby matches that took place last weekend and that are taking place this weekend. But before we get started, just a quick announcement. Some of you are only getting to me now with Super Rugby and maybe haven't got my content because I've been doing Super Rugby since it started. The reason is that YouTube's changing procedures and all that stuff, where bigger platforms are getting favored over the smaller platforms. Like, I'm not that big, whereas the 1014 are massive and continuing to grow. So just so you can keep up to date with all my videos, make sure you have the bell notification on so you don't miss any of the videos, because obviously I don't want you guys to miss it, and just so you also know that I'm up to date with Super Rugby and all that stuff. Obviously the focus mainly was Six Nations because international rugby, but I'm obviously doing Super Rugby as well, so just make sure you have those notifications turned on, because when the bigger platforms come on, they take priority, and us little YouTubers fall behind, and hopefully hope that some of you guys can connect with us. So just make sure you have that bell icon on. Other than that, let's get to the recap of past weekend Super Rugby matches. Alright, what a weekend we had. Some big surprises for me, close matches that I didn't expect to be close, and yeah, surprises of wins here and there. This Super Rugby tournament for me is one of the hardest to predict. I don't know if it's because the teams are just more equal, or if everyone's just giving it their all, or if some teams are slacking rather than others. It's just been a tough one, and let's go for the recap. Waratahs Rebels. This game I predicted a Waratahs win, so I got that one right. Waratahs clearly dominant, but let's not forget Rebels have had a great start to the season, so I wouldn't write them off just yet. Jaguars Reds, I predicted Jaguars. Reds won quite nicely, 18-7 in Argentina, which is a great win for the Reds, so well done to them. Lions Sunwolves, this was a shock for me. I was not expecting such a close game. I'm a bit concerned about the Lions. I don't know what's going on, but they're definitely not the strong Lions team that we saw last year. The Blues, I mean, they were ahead of the Blues, and the Blues came back and won. And then this was even closer. Yes, the Lions were ahead most of the game, but you shouldn't be close to teams like that when you are a finalist of previous year. But other than that, they've got a great team. I'm sure they'll bounce back. Maybe it's just a little glitch they're going through, but hopefully the coaching staff there will catch a wake up. But it also makes me wonder the impact Ackerman had within the Lions team. So hopefully they can bounce back from a South African point of view and dominate again. Blue Stormers, this was the best game for South Africa on the weekend. Stormers looking good. They were really looking more improved than I've seen them. I thought the Blues would win that one, so credit to the Stormers for proving the critics wrong, including myself. Just with the Blues' big win against the Lions, I thought they could win that one as well. But credit to Stormers, well done. Hopefully that form can continue. Brumbies Sharks, I predicted Sharks to win, but I also did say, watch my luck, because the Sharks are my team. Brumbies are going to spark, and they did spark. Hopefully the Sharks can bounce back. They've got a good team on paper. They've got a good coaching staff, so hopefully we can work out procedures to get that team back and running. But credit to Brumbies picking up a win after a really, really bad start to this tournament. So hopefully we'll see a bit of more spark from the Brumbies as we move forward. Highlanders Crusaders, another surprise for me. I saw the Crusaders winning this one. Great effort from the Highlanders, still undefeated, still showing that they're strong contenders to win this cup. But don't count the Crusaders out. They're too strong. They will bounce back. Then good luck to the next team they're going to play. I think it's the Bulls, one of the South African teams. Good luck to them. It's going to be a tough one. But that was a nice game to watch. Chiefs Bulls. Chiefs clearly dominant on that one towards the end. Bulls had a good start. They were looking good. Definitely they are improving. They haven't had a bad start to the season. They're very unpredictable, but it's good to see good rugby coming from the Bulls. Yes, they lost them 41-28, but I'm impressed with the Bulls. They're showing some sparks, which is good to see. John Mitchell is obviously doing something right. And then the Chiefs, I mean, you can't underrate them. They're a great team. You've got to rate them highly. Fantastic rugby team. And that's pretty much the fixtures for last weekend. Great weekend of rugby, exciting stuff. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens this weekend for the Super Rugby prediction. So let's get to it. Right, I was right. Crusaders versus the Bulls. This is going to be a tough one for the Bulls. Obviously, just giving them good credit. I think they're going to put up a good fight. They're going to probably start off well. And then with the Crusaders, you've got to play 80 minutes. And I think they're just going to be I hope I'm wrong, but I think they're going to be a bit dominant for the Bulls. And just at the end, they're going to not walk it, but score a try or two just to seal the deal. I see them winning by 10 points or more. But I'm hoping for a good effort, a good fight from the Bulls. As I said, they're looking a lot better than they did last year. Rebels versus the Sharks. I am nervous for this one as a Sharks supporter. The Rebels have been very good this year, losing just last week. But really contenders this year, surprising a lot of us. Melbourne fans must be on a high. They're really looking good. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be very close. Sharks are going to try and redeem themselves from the Brumbies loss. It's going to be close here and there. I don't think it's going to be a very high scoring margin to the winner. But I'm going to stick with my Sharks and go Sharks to win by 7 points or more. Big risk as the Rebels are looking good. But hopefully the Sharks can pick up momentum and maybe pick up a win there. But it's going to be tough. Both teams lost last weekend. So both teams are going to want to put in a strong effort in order to win that one. Then we got the Sunwolves versus the Chiefs. This could be also interesting game. Sunwolves coming so close to the Lions, but for me, Chiefs are just too strong. Yes, they're travelling. The Chiefs are travelling in the home game for the Sunwolves, so maybe that's a bit of an advantage for the Sunwolves. But personally, I just see the Chiefs being too strong for this one. They're a phenomenal rugby team, great rugby team, and they've got a lot of strength in them. So I see the Chiefs winning that one by, I'm going to go, more than 12 points. Highlanders, Hurricanes. This is going to be a cracker of a match. Hurricanes, both phenomenal rugby teams. All New Zealand teams obviously are great, and the derbies are awesome to watch. They're always exciting. They're always to the wire and all that stuff. But if I'm predicting, I'm going to say Hurricanes to break Highlanders' winning streak, just because I think it's going to happen. Hurricanes have a great team, and not saying the Highlanders don't, but I just see home game, home advantage. Maybe the crowd will get behind them, and Hurricanes to win that one to break the streak. Risky pick, but let's see what happens. Stormers, Reds. Stormers looked good last week. Reds also picking up a good win in Argentina. I think with home advantage, I think it's going to favour the Stormers more. Reds obviously are there and thereabouts. They're having their good moments, their interesting moments. But for me, I'm going Stormers to win that game, continuing their good form of last weekend, and hopefully picking up a win for South Africa there. And then the final game of the weekend is the Jaguars versus the Lions. This is going to be an interesting contest, but it also could be maybe a walkover. Why I say a walkover, just from the Jaguars losing last weekend, the Lions being so close in their game against the Sunwolves. Lions are going to want to fight back, prove a point. They're away, maybe put on some good points while they in Argentina. It's going to be a great game. I think Argentina are going to come in fighting at the start, but personally I think the Lions are going to take this one, and I'll predict by more than 10 points. Hopefully the Argentines can give a bit of a fight. They're a good team, but also unpredictable. One week they're looking sharp, next week they're not looking sharp. So again, this could bite me in the backside. They were sharp they weren't sharp last weekend. Now they might be sharp against the Lions, as the Lions were weak. But Lions also need to pull up their socks and put in a valiant effort. So I think we could see a Lions win by more than 10 points I'm going to go with. And that's going to do it for the predictions. What awesome rugby we have in store for us. So many teams have their question marks. So many teams we're predicting are doing well. Unbelievable stuff from the Melbourne Rebels. Maybe they're going to want to continue their form. It's just exciting stuff. The New Zealand teams all giving each other a good fight. The Aussies are on the rise, which is lovely to see. I'm happy for them. And then obviously Sunwolves surprising us here and there. So exciting stuff, and maybe the Jaguars can beat the best team in South Africa from last year. So what's going to happen? Leave your predictions down below in the comment section. It's going to be an awesome weekend of rugby. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribed. And as I said at the start of the video, turn on those bell notifications so you can keep up to date with all future content. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe, enjoy the rugby, never give up. Cheers.